Hey everyone, Ironhide City 17 here, and today we are taking a look at Transformers Generations Springer. Now, this figure I've been wanting to get a hold of for a while now, and I believe I actually got this as a Christmas present. And the minute I saw him, I was so happy. And I'm still happy with him. He's not perfect, but he's just near perfect. This figure has a lot of positive things to be said about him. I love him so much, especially the character in Generation 1. And the first thing I need to say is, if you see this figure complete or near complete, pick him up. So, Springer is a very good, well-detailed bot with a couple very minor problems. First off, his head, while on a ball joint, is just a little loose, just a little bit. And the other complaint, I lost one of the missiles to this figure. But if I can go onto eBay, or if anybody would be willing to send me an extra missile for this figure, that would be nice. So, the gun fires just by pushing this up all the way, and that actually went behind my turntable a little. And there's the missile. And there goes Springer. I do have Blitzwing and Double Dealer to compare him to, but I am not going to, because I'll do that in vehicle mode. So, he also has this nice looking sword, which he does come with. Only complaint, I might have to paint this silver. I'll see if I can talk to someone who is very good with painting and see if they can paint this part silver. No big deal. This actually doubles as the helicopter blades. So yeah. Springer has very, very good posability built in. Head is on a ball joint. Ball joint in the shoulder, which is attached to a hinge. Nice tight ratchets in the elbows, with a bicep swivel just above it. And his fists do articulate. Torso articulation is present, but you have to move this piece back in order to enable torso movement. Swivel here on the hip, in and out, thigh swivels, and a ratcheted knee. Very articulate indeed. Now, I'll show you his light piping too, because trust me, this figure has some awesome light piping to him. So here, turn my light off. Actually, here, so you can see what I'm doing. That'll do. I think that's dark enough. It may not be dark enough, but Springer has excellent light piping. So, transformation for this figure is very interesting for both modes. We'll start off with his helicopter mode. First, start off by opening up his forearms and collapsing his fists in, like so. Next, close those parts back up. Next, you will take his legs and actually combine them together, like so. and what were his secondary heels will fold down like this to form tail fins. Fold up his actual feet and his heels. Unpeg the parts of the shoulders, which have been much better on my Springer than they did on my double dealer here. We'll come back to these bits in a minute. One more thing, these slide up. Sorry if I didn't show that. Lift up the head, or lift up the chest, and it can be a little difficult sometimes, but there, I actually got it. Fold down the arms, like so, and you will actually open up the outside of the arms, like so. Fold those up, and then tab them into these bits that are near the front wheels for his car mode. You do have to fiddle with it. Once you get it, it does line up. Fold that down. Finally, flip out his landing gears. Take the sword. That goes in. Split it open. Guess what? We have Springer. We have Springer 100% transformed into helicopter form. Now, I have to go on record as saying this is a really, really nice helicopter. It's not perfect by any means, but it's really good. I mean, so far I've only got, like, what, 2 helicopter transformers. This figure and Combiner Wars Vortex. So I think that's right. Yeah, only 2 helicopters. But this figure, no offense, Vortex, but I kind of like Springer a little more. Still. And a lot of people on my YouTube page asked me, could you review Generation Springer? And I am. So, you can actually attach this to the figure. Fold up the front landing gear, and even though this is damaged a little, you can actually attach it to do the air attack mode. Doesn't look that great on the front, but hey. Transformation into car mode is pretty simple, but fun. To do the car transformation, you want to pull off the blades and the gun, and you will take his arms and slide them forward again while opening up the parts that you covered up the fists with. The parts that you used to cover up the fists. Unfold. So that's the front of the car. And actually, you will fold that back, and that's already chipping a little. There you go. So there's the front, like so. Sorry if I did a terrible job of explaining. Fold up landing gear. And bring his legs around. Basically, it's just folding bits around. And I believe it was the same way with the Sandstorm repaint. Who, believe me, was actually a really good figure. Even fellow reviewer Bolt Matrix loved Sandstorm. If I had that figure, I'd be pleased too, but guess what? I don't have him. I'm starting to wonder if my Springer, why am I not transforming this thing correctly? Am I not transforming him right? And I think that's correct. Yeah, actually that looks good. So there is car mode. So Springer in car mode. Looks pretty good, actually. Not perfect, but it's pretty good, actually. And I know I didn't do a comparison with the Double Dealer or Blitzwing like I promised, but real quick, comparison between him and his nemesis, Blitzwing, who I think these two were enemies in G1. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, please. So overall, between Springer and Blitzwing, which one would I recommend more? Even though I like the Blitzwing, I like the Springer a little more. But, hey, the Blitzwing, not a bad toy, but I kind of like the Springer more. So guys, this has been the video review for Transformers Generations Springer. This has been Ironhide City 17. I highly recommend this figure. And I'll see you in about a week.